Hey, this is CJ Couch. Welcome to Couch Talk.
Couch. C. Cow. Cow. C-O.
Oh, keep spelling, mister.
C-O-U-C-H.
Correct.
I am the smartest man alive!
All right, everybody, here we go. It is Sunday, February the 10th, 2019. Episode number 308 of Couch Talk is a weekend couch. It's a solo. It is just me, and I hope you've had a great weekend. Mine's been going pretty good. I'm going to tell you all about it in the episode, but we're in intro mode right now, and what a week it has been for Couch Talk. We had a whole bunch of views. People have been listening, and I had a great week with my new job, my first week. Everything was going good. Like I said, I'll tell you all about that, but we are in intro mode right now. And episode number 309, which comes out tomorrow with Fusion of DaVinci Works, was awesome. Can't wait to give that to y'all Monday morning, bright and early when you wake up. I'm going to be editing that right after I do this. But yeah, it was total blast. It was going really good with him, and he just had to leave. We only did it for like 45 minutes, but it easily could have been literally like a 4-hour episode. He was super cool. We hung out a bunch before. We'll be hanging out again. Go check him out. It is FUJIN_music on Instagram, and his company is DaVinci Works. And if you would like to help support the show as we're moving on now, go to patreon.com/CJ Couch Talk. You can donate $1 once, $1 a month, $5 a million. It doesn't, you can do whatever you want. You figure it out. Patreon.com/CJ Couch Talk. You can also follow me on Instagram. It is at CJ Couch Talk. And if you have any questions, comments, insults, or would like to be a guest, it is cjcouchtalk@gmail.com. Let's move forward and transition from intro mode into straight up talking, baby. And on this day, February the 10th, 1855, United States citizenship laws were amended, making all children of United States parents born abroad granted U.S. citizenship. That was 164 years ago, and we got some weird people thinking like that's a bad idea now. Like, people 164 years ago, for the most part, did not even have not even close to the, I don't know, the level of morality that we all should be having in 2019. That was 164 years ago. I think it's safe to say that we should be better than that. But I don't know, it's kind of weird. What I want to know, though, is moving forward, because it's obvious that, like, that should be a thing, you know? If you're born here, you get to stay. But how about this? So if a child is born here, but their parent is not a citizen, should the parents also be granted citizenship, like, or at least able to stay? Because what the hell, like, you're gonna, what happens then? You either have a United States citizen who their parents are getting deported and they can go with them and be a non-citizen of this new place, or they can just stay with the kid. And you also are thinking about putting them up for adoption. Like, okay, you send the parents back and then they get put into the foster system. That's absolutely ridiculous. Like, it should be a given that if you come here and you have a kid, like, you get to stay. What are you gonna? I think it's way better for the kid as a United States citizen to have their parents with them than be in a fucking foster home or whatever weird situation. Or they're obviously escaping a situation or just trying to better their lives here in America. So why would you make it to where they have to go back to this shitty place with their kid? Like, come on. What's going on here? What's going on with all this weird, like, old school mentality about immigration right now? Like, I understand that, oh, there's terrorists and everything, but, like, there's always been shitty people, and there's always going to be shitty people, and that number's low. It's not that many people are shitty people. If you're not interacting with people who are trying to fucking beat your ass every day, you know what I mean? And also, I just want to call out Fox News for a second, and I'll call out CNN. Don't worry, I do it all. But there was a whole bunch of fentanyl that was confiscated at the border, and Fox News it was like 54 tons of fentanyl, which, if you don't know what fentanyl is, I guess you have not been watching the news, but fentanyl is an opioid, and it kills people, and if you even breathe that shit, it will kill you if you have no, like, opiate dependency or anything like that. If you have no tolerance, you will literally die off of the smallest amount, and people are dropping like flies. So Fox News gets that story and makes it seem like, oh, we have to build this wall, even though they confiscated all of that fentanyl at the fucking, like, it was in a car coming through at a checkpoint. So wall or not, that was trying to get transported into the country. Like, it's just very funny how 95% of the people who saw that on Fox News are going to take it the way that they got told and never know that it was actually just coming through a checkpoint. And it makes them feel like they have a good idea now, or like they feel more, I keep saying vindicated, but they feel more like righteous, and they feel like they have more facts on their side and more like evidence to say that, oh no, we do need a wall because look, there was 54 tons of fentanyl trying to be brought into this country from Mexico. And it's like, yeah, but like the walls, if anything, building the wall makes it to where I don't know. Whatever. What more? Who wants to even hear about the wall? Being honest, no one fucking does. So, why did I get in this? This is supposed to be a funny podcast. Also on this day, February the 10th, 1954, President Eisenhower warns against U.S. intervention in Vietnam. He knew in 1954 we shouldn't be going in that shit. Korea ended in 53 or started. I'm pretty sure it ended in 53, or maybe it started in 53. Either way, he was like, we can't be going in Vietnam. That shit's going to be a fucking disaster. And you know what? He was right. And it's kind of funny how there used to be this, like, apparently from what they say, obviously wasn't alive in the 60s and the early 70s, but there was all this like tension, and there was people who were like super for the war and super against it. And there was this big movement. And now it's pretty obvious when you look at it, like in hindsight, Vietnam was a bullshit ass war. Like that's nothing against the veterans. You fought it. Thank God. You did a great job. You fucking killed it. But like, it's so obvious that was all a bunch of bullshit, you know? Like, does anyone know, you know? Why did we go there? You know? So, hindsight's 20/20, and Eisenhower had it. He had hindsight before we even went there. Isn't that fucking nuts? We should have listened to him. I don't know much about Eisenhower as a president, but now that I learned that he warned us about Vietnam, and then I also know about his farewell speech in 1961 about the military-industrial complex and how we should warn against it, and or definitely not let it take over, and it totally has. And he called that shit on on his farewell address to the United States people in 1961. He said, we gotta stop with this bullshit. And guess what? The military is the number one buyer of literally like every product. If you look at it, they buy the most of everything. Because think about it, they have all those people they got to buy clothes for. They got all these people they got to supply vehicles, all this shit, production. I mean, they are the biggest part of our economy, and it just filters into itself, and it's a cycle that is controlling the entire, literally the way that this country is ran and what we do. And it's pretty insane when you think about it, because he called that shit, and he called Vietnam. And I will play that farewell speech in 1961. I looked up, like, where I found out about him saying that about Vietnam was just on this, like, you search, I typed, all right, I drank too much coffee. Hold on, let me chill. I'm going to take a sip of my Zephyr Hills water here. It's actually not, but I still say it's Zephyr Hills water break. It's actually fridge water, but his farewell speech in 1961, I will play it as the ending words of wisdom. So I know that I do Comic of the Week as the ending words of wisdom now, but from now on, only on the Weekend Couch will I keep the ending words of wisdom in a traditional way that I was doing before I started with the Comic of the Week thing. The Comic of the Week for your upcoming week is Andrew Santino, though, by the way. Go check out his podcast, Whiskey Ginger. Go check out all of his comedy. It's really good. He was also on the show I'm Dying Up Here, which I loved, and apparently no one else did because it got canceled. But he was on that, and he did a really good job of being a serious actor, like playing a dramatic role. He did a really good job, and go check that out. But Andrew Santino, you should know how to spell that. It's very simple. But yeah, I'll be playing Eisenhower's weird speech at the end of this for EWOW, your ending words of wisdom. But my weekend's been good. Friday night I did a podcast, episode number 309, which will be coming to you tomorrow morning with Fujin, Fujin, Fujin _music on Instagram. But Fujin's a super cool dude. Had a great time. Got pretty drunk with him. We drank like half a bottle of that. What is it? Jameson. I keep wanting to call it Jack Daniels, but it's Jameson, like Black Barrel. Shout out Savannah Zuba. She came on the show, and not only does she donate to Patreon, she brought that bottle and left it here, and it is now gone. I drank all of it with Fujin. It was a good time. We got pretty drunk, had a great episode. We hung out for probably 3 hours and only podcasted for like, I would say, I think it was a 45-minute episode, the shortest guest episode. And usually when it's a short episode, it's because I'm not having that good of a time. This was quite the opposite. I was having such a good time, but he just had to go. So since it's only 45 minutes, there is like a 30-minute long outro. It's just me and Claire talking. And we got into a bunch of really good stuff. And like I was drunk as fuck. So I honestly don't remember. Not that like I was like blacked out at all, but it like I was just talking off the top of my head, drunk as fuck with Claire, who was sober as fuck, and it's pretty funny. Haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to right after this because I'm putting that episode number 309 with Fusion. I'm putting that together right after this because it's only like 4:30 right now on Sunday. I'll give you this episode, put that other episode together, and release it right when I wake up in the morning before I go to work, and I will also give you a smoke break. I also just did a smoke break. If you are an audio listener, you should go to my YouTube and just watch all these, but I totally understand the audio listening. That's how I listen to podcasts. But I do these smoke break videos that, like, for whatever reason, numbers-wise, they do way better than anything else. And when I tell you what a smoke break is, you're probably going to be like, that's stupid as fuck. I don't even believe you that it does better numbers. But it's YouTube, and I don't understand how it works. But for whatever reason, it's like what the people like most. My smoke break is just me on my back porch, hitting my bong and smoking a cigarette. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about ever. I have no notes, no nothing. I just go off the top of my head, and people love it. I don't get it at all. But if you're an audio listener, you can go check it out on YouTube. They're only like 10 minutes long. And I think that's what it is, honestly, at the end of the day. When it comes down to it, if you're somebody who's new and you go to my YouTube and you look at like videos to watch, you're going to watch the most recent, shortest one, most likely. Unless you're an audio listener, then you're going to go and listen to the longest one because you understand how this works. But for somebody who's new to this and just probably finds this on Instagram or whatever, or whatever, I get that's the only way because that's where my link is. So someone finds this on Instagram and then they just click, I'm guessing, the shortest, most recent video, and that happens to be my second most recent smoke break now that I put one up right before this. But it just has way more views than anything else, and I don't know if that means it's better or if it means exactly what I just said, but I'm guessing it's exactly what I just said. But like, yeah, Friday night was fun. Me and Claire hung out after that, then she went home, and I ate like 2 hot dogs and fucking like SpaghettiOs. I've been a piece of shit eating late, like real late at night, eating shitty shit. But it's all good, you know. It's okay. I'll eat it. So I had 2 hot dogs, some fucking SpaghettiOs. I think I also had like a pickle and a couple pieces of bread to go with my SpaghettiOs. How old am I? But yeah, did that. Woke up Saturday. Claire came over. We hung out, and then we were gonna go to the Cummer, but so I got this new camera. I'm gonna grab it real quick. How about that? Yeah. Okay, boom. We are back, and here it is. Ooh, it's so cool. You should be. I just dropped my fucking book. You should be watching this on YouTube because I'm showing a camera right now, but I'll explain it. It's a Canon EOS, I guess, 80D. I don't know much about cameras, but apparently it's really cool and badass. And if this was like 2 years ago, this would be the coolest one. It's got all this little slider stuff. The pictures are so insane. I've been taking a whole bunch of them. And my plan was, as the reason I'm talking about this, there it is, if everyone wants to know what's going on. I was going to go to the Cummer, and I wanted to take some pictures. I wanted to test it out in general. No matter what I did, I wanted to take this thing, and I want to keep taking it with me like everywhere I go just so I can get used to it and how to work it better, because this is like getting a treasure chest. No, that's not a good example. Basically, this is a really good example. This is like getting fucking really nice like blades. If you're into golf, you'll understand this. If you get blade clubs, which are like really hard to hit, professionals should be using them, and then you don't know how to play golf, it's going to hurt you. So I need to learn how to use this and get better with it. So I want to take it with me everywhere. And unfortunately, I left my fucking charger for it because it needs a charger. You can't like charge it on the wall. I left the battery for it charging at work, and I don't have a key to work. So I had to text my coworker and say, hey, dude, can I get like the key from you, and can I just like drive and grab the key, or can we meet up there or something? And he's like, yeah, we can meet up there. I am doing a photo shoot right now though, so right after that I will hit you up and we'll meet there. So I go to do that, and it was at like 2:00, and the way that it worked out, it just wouldn't have been like, when would we go to the Cummer? Like, go to the Cummer for only an hour and then go meet up with Cody, my coworker, and then go to the Cummer again. Like, can you do readmittance? I don't know. I never even thought about that, actually. But the point is, it fucked up today, and the camera was a crucial part of it, and I got a whole bunch of really cool pictures of Claire, though, like really good ones. That girl, gorgeous. But great Saturday. Then I went to dinner with Claire and her parents. It was like our first dinner together, and it was really fun. We went to Pose, and like, I've been to Pose once, and I just got like the standard cheeseburger because that's what I like to do at like burger places, is just get like the original on the first time I go instead of getting a crazy one. And then I got the Royale, basically. I think it's called the Telltale Heart. It's got an egg on it with some bacon. And with that bacon comes privilege and onion rings. I think it was. It was pretty fucking good. I ate the whole thing, basically. I never really eat the end of it. It kind of gets all soggy and weird. But shout out Pose. It was really good. Everybody had a fun time, it seemed. I hope that they like me. I really do, because, like, I'm trying to be nice and just, like, be a good person and, like, improve. But I'm doing pretty fucking good regardless. Like, I got this new job and my podcast is going good because you're listening to it. Yeah, yeah. You love it. My podcast is fun. We're having fun here. Looking at my notebook here, wondering where we are. Oh, yes, I'm talking about my weekend. So, yeah, we had dinner at Pose. It was fun as fuck. And then from Pose, we went to that Wits frozen custard place. I've never been there before. It was a packed house. And I was just kind of like, damn, this place is packed. There was also a Great Dane out front that was huge. And I was like, got my mind on that. And I just wanted a vanilla malt. I didn't really want to carry something and be eating it. And it was delicious. It tastes like a marshmallow, honestly. That wasn't what I was looking for, like, but it tastes really good. So shout out Wits, frozen custard. Woo! Good shit. If you want to sponsor the show, Wits, let me know. I'll eat frozen custard on this shit. We'll do a segment called Frozen Custard. So on Sunday, which is today. Oh, yeah. Then me and Claire, after Wits, we came back to my house. And we just hung out. And then we freaking fell asleep, of course. So we freaking fall asleep. And then Claire woke up and she left. And I woke up this morning. I slept in. Well, actually, when she left, I made SpaghettiOs again. And then it's a classic tale. Make SpaghettiOs. It's just a good, easy late night snack. You know what I mean? We also bought Girl Scout cookies yesterday. So I ate some Girl Scout cookies. And if you want to know what my Girl Scout cookie style is, fuck you. I'm keeping some parts of my life private. I tell you everything. I'm only going to keep what kind of Girl Scouts I like secret. Okay? You know everything else, so consider yourself lucky, but I will not tell you what kind of Girl Scout cookies I get. And then after the Girl Scout cookies, and we did all that other stuff. So I woke up this morning. I took a shower. And I did a freaking smoke break. And it was fun. It was very fun. And I put it on YouTube. And then I jammed out and played guitar, and I haven't played guitar in a while, and it was really fun. It was really freaking fun. I've been having a fun day. And then after the guitar, I'm right here, right now. After this, editing that freaking episode number 309, and then Claire's coming over. So that's my freaking weekend. It's Sunday, Nunday. I just made that up. I hope everybody likes it. Fuck Sunday Fun Day. It's Sunday Nunday. You should do nothing on it one day. And by nothing, I mean I do podcasting the entire day because it's a busy life and you got to do something, but, you know, you can still promote shit you don't do. I'm just kidding. I might get a bracelet because this company gave me some bullshit promo code thing to use and get 40% off and then basically talk about the product. So I'm going to get a bracelet that you can smoke weed out of. And I don't understand that. Just like how you're like, what? Like a bracelet that you can smoke weed out of? I don't understand it either, but I can get it for 40% off. So why the fuck not? Like, how expensive can that be? There's no way it can be more than $30. I get 40% off. That's fucking $20 or something like that. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll get that shit. And then next thing you know, in the middle of podcast, I'll just be like freaking, oh, I wonder if it's a vape style thing. That would be sick. Because if it's a vape where you can actually put like flour in it, like actual bud instead of concentrate. But if you could put flour, even if it's concentrate, I'll take that too. But if it's a bracelet that is a vape instead of a bracelet that you have to like spark with a freaking lighter, because like that seems really dangerous, I'm on board. I'll pay way more money for that, because that would be like a game freaking changer. You can do anything with your freaking bracelet at that point. Jesus. A bracelet that you can like vape, concentrate, and flower out of, I would easily pay $80 for, realistically, for a good one that I knew would not be on some bullshit, like a perfected one. I'd pay $200 for it. Fuck it, why not? It's a piece of jewelry, dude. You freaking losers out here buying gold bracelets for what? Stupid. So I don't really have much to say today. It's only 20 minutes. I kind of said it all in the smoke break. I had a lot of fun. I mean, I'm still talking about it. I'm going to play video games tonight, actually. I really don't want to put that episode together. I would so much rather just play video games for the rest of the day. But that's the responsibility of a podcaster. You got to put it out early in the morning so they can wake up to it and listen to it on their drive to work. But actually, tonight I'm going to be working on a script. How cool will that be? I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it's for my company, and it's not like some crazy thing. But I'm just doing a script for like a 10-minute video at most, probably actually way under that. I'd like it to be like 1 minute, really. So I'm making a script for like 1 minute, something that we can, it's a funny thing. It's going to be cool. I'll tell you about it once it's out, and I'll direct you to where to watch it, and you can see where my first script is. My first piece of content came out for Yellowbird. It's the video of us saving the squirrel, the saga of the squirrel, and it's decent. I mean, I'm going to get better. It's not bad, like it's out there, you know. It's not any better or worse than any other iPhone content out there that's fucking saving squirrels, but it's decent. I don't know. I think I've seen it too much and done too much to it, and just like, I don't know, the curse of watching it too much. I almost wasn't about to do Facebook follies, but fuck that. We're doing Facebook follies, and we're about to go off. And I don't know. I'm excited to sit down with Claire tonight. I haven't even told her about it, and get her take, because she has a great sense of humor, and I just think that like for something like this, it would be cool to get her opinion on it. I've already got a couple ideas. It's gonna be sick, you know. It's for real gonna be like. There might be like a Ferrari. That's all I'm going to say. So let's do Facebook follies. This first Facebook folly is a girl, and it says, "I can't be controlled," and it has the devil emoji smiling. And I feel like such a dick for saying this, but like she has like her tits all out and all of her legs showing, and it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? And she has a kid, and it's just like, your kid, like, I know this sounds like some old-fashioned, like, I'm some misogynistic dude and girls can do whatever they want, but it's like, damn, like, every picture is like this. What is going on? You have a kid. Look, I'm going to show you part of the picture. I'm not going to show the face, but look at that. Are we seeing that? Come on. Whoops. That's too much. That's too much to show. I don't want to show who the name is. I don't know. My thing, it's just like the selfie thing. And like the putting yourself out there with the like all the whatever, putting yourself out there, showing your tits and all that is just like, are you not going to regret that? And if you don't, God bless you. That's awesome. I hope you don't. And maybe it will get you somewhere in life. But it's like, why are selfies such a big thing? I think it's fucking with everybody. Like, you're already looking at yourself and judging yourself in the mirror constantly. And now you're sitting here taking like a million pictures. Like this girl, next Facebook folly, posted a picture. It's one picture with 3 different like poses. I guarantee you there was like another 30 that she's like, you're like analyzing yourself and over analyzing and then putting it out there and waiting for people to judge it. It's like, that cannot be healthy. Like there's no way. And all the excuses for it, like Saturdays, I swear to God, this is what it says. Saturdays are for hashtag selfies and hashtag cleaning. Okay? And it's just her taking 3 mirror pics. I guarantee my point is it can't be healthy. There's no way. I think the reason that everybody in this generation is on SSRIs and all this shit other than overprescription for the most part is all this like self-critical, self-analytical shit, and that you put it out there and you wait for people to judge it, and if people don't do it, then it fucks with you and you like delete it off your Instagram. Like what? I see people I see so many people delete shit and then post it an hour later, 2 hours later, and it's so weird. And then you see people, like if you go through all their pictures, you'll see pictures repeated, but it'll be like as if it's a new selfie all the time. It's so strange. It's so strange the way people do Facebook now and Instagram. It's like it's all about getting the feedback. It's not about just putting it out there and having like a profile to be like, this is who I am, because that's what it's meant to be. It's like, this is who I am. I'm putting it out there. And now it's like, this is who I am. Everybody likes it. This is how I get everybody to like me. I do this. It's all about feedback. I mean, obviously some people are just putting their shit out there and don't give a fuck if it gets 1 like or no likes. But like this idea of taking all these selfies and just posting it to like be like, oh, I'm cleaning my shit. And then enough people don't like it, it gets deleted. And that's also the point of this is she deleted it, but I got the screenshot. So bada bing, bada boom. Next Facebook folly is I don't know. It's all this weird, like, I don't even want to watch this garbage Super Bowl. And then all these people give their opinions. It's like somebody says, I'm wearing all my Jags gear, gonna take some hallucinogenic stuff and cheer for them at some random bar. And then some random kid responds to it and goes, I'm about to pass out laughing, bro. But yeah, I got my Jags stance socks on. Hashtag Miles Jack still wasn't down. Did anybody almost pass out from laughing when I said, I'm wearing all my Jags gear, gonna take some hallucinogenic stuff and cheer for them at some random bar? Because some kid did. And then he commented on it. I don't know. Well, I don't know why I'm in such a bad, hateful mood. I kind of regret doing these Facebook follies, but this is the last one. It's also Super Bowl pertained. It's a picture of I'll show you actually. Look, a picture of a Marshall Faulk jersey. And then he gives a Facebook testimonial, I swear to God. I'm not a Rams fan, but no matter how much I can't stand New England, I can't stand supporting them winning another Super Bowl, even though we all know who should have been representing the NFC. I'll be wearing my Marshall Faulk jersey in hopes Jared Goff and them boys send Tom Brady packing. Why would anybody... Like, I hope that kid put that out there as like, this is who I am. I don't give a fuck if any, and it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to like, people are going to relate to, I don't know. It is so just weird to me to Facebook testimonial a picture of a Marshall Faulk jersey. Michael Faulk, what the fuck? Remember what I said about Michael Strahan? What if he killed somebody? It'd be like O.J. Simpson. I also said that Michael Strahan is the type of black guy that rides bicycles with all the tight gear on. Like, he's in the group of dudes. It's like 20 dudes on a 1-lane road, and Michael Strahan is like fifth in the pack with his big ass legs, and he's wearing like the cool Oakleys and the helmet, and he's all matching and shit. And he's the only black guy in the group. That's usually how it goes. Michael Strahan, I guarantee you, is that guy. I guarantee you. If you look up into a bunch of Michael Strahan shit, there at some point will be a documentary or an interview thing where he's like, yeah, I love riding bikes. It's so fun. I don't think it's like say riding bikes. It sounds very immature to say, yeah, I love riding bikes. But that is what they're doing at the end of the day, just riding bikes for extreme distances. And I guarantee you Michael Strahan does that. That's it. Facebook follies. We'll get into podcasts I listen to now, and then I'm fucking out of here. I got no more. I don't give a fuck if this is short. Podcasts I listen to. Before I get into that, I want to say this. There is a new Ron Burgundy podcast, and I don't understand that. Like, I mean, it probably will do good. Honestly, it probably will do good, but I don't know. So podcasts I listened to since last time I did podcast. Jeremiah Wonders, episode 57. It was with Nikki Howard and Sydney Maller. Very good episode. They're funny girls. Don't know who they were before that. Still not going to check into them because that's what nobody, like, you don't win people on podcasts. You do. Don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know. You do win people, but going on a podcast doesn't really help people. I'm just being honest. You got to create something that just builds over time and people find you. Stephen Fry was on Making Sense with Sam Harris. It's a pretty good episode. I haven't finished it yet, but it's good. Sam Harris switched his podcast name from Waking Up to Making Sense. And it's the same exact thing. There's no differences other than a new song that apparently people are giving him shit for. He explains the whole Twitter issue I guess people had with his interview with Jack Dorsey. I also listened to him on Joe Rogan, and I also listened to Travis Barker on Joe Rogan, and I also listened to Brian Redband on there. Those 3 episodes were really good. Travis Barker really, I couldn't believe how good that was, honestly. Like, Travis Barker was so, I don't know. I never was a huge, like, I like Blink-182. I know he's a good drummer, but I thought he was overrated and just a guy with a bunch of tattoos that everyone thought was cool. But he actually is a super cool dude, and he totally won me over. So you can win people on podcasts, don't get me wrong, but I'm not about to go listen to Travis Barker music. Also, I listened to Kill Tony. Dane Cook was on there. He surprised me. He wasn't that funny, but he was funnier than I thought he would be. The episode itself, though, was fucking hilarious. If you're not listening to Kill Tony, I don't even want to explain it to you because you might not listen to it, but it's a show at the Comedy Store. It's Tony Hinchcliffe's podcast. Brian Redband is a co-host. Jeremiah Watkins is in the band. So is Joel Jimenez and Chroma Chris. And you have no idea who Chroma Chris is, and probably any of these people, but it doesn't matter. Go listen to it. And then they have a celebrity guest who's also a comic, so it can be any comic who's the biggest comic in the world or somebody who's a Comedy Store comic. They join them, and it's an open mic, and your name gets pulled out of the bucket. You do 1 minute of stand-up, and you either suck or you crush. Either way, you have an interview after, and it is so fucking funny. I think it is the funniest podcast that I listen to. So yeah, I also listened to Yoshi on once again, I drank too much coffee and I need to take a break. So, listen to Your Mom's House, episode 484 with Yoshi and Redband. I haven't listened to the Redband part, but Yoshi's on there. Your Mom's House is also one of the funniest podcasts there is. I highly suggest listening to it. Everybody's a fan of Tom Segura, probably. You should be a fan of his wife, Christina P. She's not Christina Pajitsky anymore, but Christina P., Tom Segura, their husband and wife, and their podcast is hilarious. It's very silly. It's very explicit, fucked up content, but I promise it will make you laugh so hard if you just don't be such a... Get off your fucking high horse and just realize that it's funny and don't judge it. Be like, oh, they're talking about fucked up shit and it's so explicit and blah, blah. Shut up. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Who cares? That's the point of podcasts. There's so many of them that if it's not for you, you can literally stop listening right fucking now and never listen to this again. And I would never know. That's the beauty of it. If you don't like it, you just fucking stop listening to it and go listen to another podcast that the person doesn't cuss. They go through it with it's none of this. This is all edited out, what's going on right now. It's just fucking boom, 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 boom. Facts, blah, 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 blah. Information. No dead space. No fun shit. No free form. But there's also people who hate that. And that's why I have this, because it's doing good. And you're obviously still listening. That's what I don't understand. Hate listening or just not saying that you don't like it, but continuing to listen. To listen to the whole thing is so clear that I get people comment bad things, send me, oh, it sucks, you're a douche. I get it, but you're still listening. I don't understand that. So you could easily stop and go listen to other podcasts. There's so many others, but I love it. You could still listen to it. I've obviously not changed in any single way since I started other than getting better at it. So I'm now going to hit you with these ending words of wisdom from President Dwight D. Eisenhower. He was warning us about some shit, and this isn't like some conspiracy podcast, but it is pretty nuts what he said, and it came true, basically. So here it is. I'll be right back for the outro. I love you. Bye.
My fellow Americans, this evening I come to you with a message of leave-taking and farewell, and to share a few final thoughts with you, my countrymen. We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. 3.5 million men and women are directly engaged in the defense establishment. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist.
What did I tell you? He predicted it, called it, and warned us against it, and yet we still fell into it. That's it for episode number 308. Yeah, 308 Weekend Couch. Hope you enjoyed it. It was short, sweet, to the point, and you also get a smoke break today. That is two different things to content. What could you be bitching about? We are fucking on fire here. I'm giving more content than anyone else in Jacksonville. I'm not even fucking lying about that. No one else is doing it this much. I am the one single person. And if you think you are doing it more than this, please fucking let me know or inform me about who it is, because I don't know who it is. It's only fucking me out here. So, thank you very much for listening. If you'd like to help support the show, patreon.com/CJ Couch Talk. You can donate whatever the fuck you want, however many times you want, or you can do it even just once, monthly, however you want. Patreon.com/CJ Couch Talk. If you'd like to be a guest, have any questions, comments, insults, whatever it is, emailing at cjcouchtalk@gmail.com. So email me, it is cjcouchtalk@gmail.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and DM me. That's usually how most people do it. It is at cjcouchtalk. That is C as in Christ, J as in Jesus, C as in Christ, O as in ostrich, U as in uranium, C as in Christ, H as in horses, T as in tantalizing, A as in ass, L as in labia, K as in kaboom @gmail.com. That's how we fucking do it here at Couch Talk Studios. Shout out Bluff God for making me this outro. I'm gonna let it slide. I'm out of here, motherfuckers. I will talk to you on Monday. I'm gonna put that episode together right now. 309 with Fusion Music. Fusion, check him out. Instagram, Fusion_music. You can also, of course, check out his company, Da Vinci Works, if you'd like to work with him and you're an artist. He's an awesome dude. He sponsors people. He helps them out. He just gets a little percentage, baby. So that's that. I love you. Here's the rest of this fucking awesome Bluff God beat. This man is a beast. That's that. Bye. I love you.